You might be a new poor if you see these 8 signs, which we will discuss with you in yourself. If you possess the 8th sign, you are very poor. So keep watching the video till the end. Now let's start. Number 1. Your salary is essential for your financial stability. If your salary were to be postponed for a week, it would likely lead to significant unrest among individuals. It's common for everyone to begin at this point, and it's quite possible that we find ourselves in this situation. It is essential for us to allocate our salaries towards covering necessary expenses such as rent, food, entertainment, and school fees. This is referred to as dependence. It is important to recognize that this approach should not serve as our long-term strategy. It is essential to take proactive steps towards achieving financial independence from your salary. To achieve your financial goals, it's essential to allocate a portion of your income, especially as you age, towards savings and investments instead of merely upgrading to a larger home, frequenting pricier bars, or purchasing a more expensive vehicle. The larger vehicle is increasing your reliance on your income. If you see you are too dependent on your salary, you are the new poor. Number 2. It seems you express dissatisfaction frequently. You express dissatisfaction repeatedly. It's important to recognize that expressing dissatisfaction can be detrimental to your well-being. Expressing dissatisfaction often indicates a concentration on the less favorable elements of your circumstances. It's important to shift your attention from challenges to the many positive aspects of your life that deserve recognition and appreciation. Your thoughts have a powerful attraction. Your areas of focus will grow and develop over time. Focusing on negativity can lead to a cycle of adverse outcomes in your life and shows you are the new poor. Subscribe to our channel and also press the like button to know more signs that show you are the new poor. Number 3. Your liabilities surpass your assets. The worth of your vehicles, personal items, and holiday expenditures surpasses your tangible investments like real estate, stocks, and business ventures. If that is the situation, it is essential to take corrective action, even if it requires liquidating your faucets. The rationale is straightforward. Faucets lose value over time, whereas assets tend to gain value. Focus on acquiring assets that are likely to increase in value over time, while minimizing your holdings in items that tend to lose value. An asset can generate income for specific purposes. For instance, an investment property can provide the funds needed for a holiday, whereas a car does not offer the same financial benefit for that purpose. It is advisable to avoid liquidating your assets to finance flossers. One of my friends in the real estate sector shared an interesting observation. Clients who display extravagant lifestyles and hold prestigious job titles often struggle to secure deposits for their property purchases. In contrast, individuals who appear more modest frequently manage to not only raise the necessary funds, but also pay off their properties in cash within just a few months. Number 4. You engage yourself in the blame game. You hold your parents responsible. At times, it's easy to point fingers at your siblings. In the workplace, it's common to attribute challenges to your supervisor or the organization as a whole. It seems you hold the government accountable as well. In your household, you find yourself attributing responsibility to your partner. Some individuals attribute their circumstances to genetic factors. You tend to attribute responsibility to external factors in your environment. Responsibility often seems to lie with others rather than oneself. You seem to be avoiding accountability for the less favorable outcomes. That reflects a limited financial perspective. Numerous individuals tend to attribute their circumstances to government actions. Indeed, that could very well be the case. It's important to recognize that governments have their imperfections. However, what accounts for the success of certain individuals in the same environment? The distinction is rooted in one's perspective. It's essential to move beyond assigning blame and instead focus on taking responsibility for your circumstances. By doing so, you can initiate positive changes in your life. Number 5. Your expenditures are aimed at creating a favorable impression. Often, we allocate our resources in a manner aimed at gaining the approval of others. It is a common misconception that possessions such as a phone, a car, or membership in a club inherently confer respect or enhance our social standing. Typically, what you received was not genuine respect, but rather fleeting attention. To regain interest once the initial thrill of your purchase has faded, it will be necessary to consider acquiring something new. This can lead to a continuous loop that feels restrictive. Expenditures can be beneficial when they align with your individual values and decisions. When you allocate your resources to impress others, you are making financial decisions based on external perceptions rather than your own priorities. There is a distinction between purchasing a vehicle for the sake of appearances and acquiring a car as a personal choice for the experience it offers. At that point in your life, it would be advisable to proceed at the appropriate stage and certainly avoid incurring debt, as there is no pressing need to seek validation from others. Number 6. You have a strong conviction in your own correctness. Do you enjoy expressing that you were right all along? Is it necessary for you to always have the final say? If you respond affirmatively, it may indicate a limited perspective. A person with a limited perspective tends to resist new ideas and possibilities. They hold a strong conviction that their perspective is consistently accurate. Engaging in a debate with this type of individual may not yield favorable results for you. If you identify with this behavior, it may indicate a tendency towards a limiting financial perspective. To achieve success, it is essential to recognize that there are gaps in your knowledge. It is essential to remain receptive to innovative concepts and adopt fresh perspectives. Number 7. Your current consumer debt is significant. This indicates that you have utilized loans to support your lifestyle choices. Consumer debt encompasses various forms such as credit cards, salary advances, school fee loans, furniture loans, and car loans. Any loan that fails to generate income is considered a poor investment, and it is essential to minimize these types of debt as much as possible. Ultimately, these debts typically indicate that your expenditures have exceeded your income. You made purchases beyond your means with credit, and you enrolled your children in a school that exceeds your financial capacity through borrowing. Number 8. You are reluctant to invest in yourself. While you allocate funds for travel, gadgets, clothing, and entertainment, it appears that there is no budget set aside for furthering your education, attending seminars, or even purchasing books. Some individuals contended that they lack the necessary time. Those are simply justifications that hold no weight. Many individuals overlook the fact that the most valuable investment they can make is in their own personal development. Your future significantly hinges on your commitment and capacity to prioritize personal investment. Consider this scenario. If you are employed at a company and feel that your salary is insufficient, reflect on this question. Is there someone else within your organization who is earning a higher income than you? What factors do you believe contribute to the company's decision to offer that individual a higher compensation? The explanation is straightforward. Typically, your earnings are determined by your expertise and abilities. Are you looking to increase your earnings? Consider allocating resources towards your personal development, but if you continuously argue and are reluctant to do this action, you are the new poor. Watch the video appearing on the right side to know the tips that will make you rich without anyone knowing. Also, subscribe to our channel to help us hit our first 10,000 subscribers goal.